everybody and welcome on today's video. This is my field maple, the sandstone landscape rock planting on a kind of slab stone pot that I made. There's a video about this, you can look it up if you want. And since the buds are swelling, I think it is time to do something about this, because I have two other little field maples also on rocks. Well, they're really tiny, but I want to add them and make a forest of 7 instead of a forest of 5. So the first thing to do is to get everything out of this pot and then see what I can rearrange. I'll start with the biggest trees, and they're not really well rooted, but I think that it should be rather easy to lift them out of these pots. But yeah, one thing that I should probably also do, well, they rooted quite well, didn't expect that. Well, cool, it's not bad. I'll try to grab most of these guys and then position them in the tray next to me, but some of these trees don't have the perfect root base and are not clinging right to the rock, so I'll have to tie them a little better with some rope. So I'll just get it out like this. This one is loose, so I'm going to leave that one here. Alright, that's nice. I need to have a look at the individual trees now. And well, I kind of like where they were in the planting, but I mean, if I can make it a little better, I surely will. So I must untangle these trees and of course take advantage of last year's growth regarding the roots. And this will of course mean that I will have to fix these roots against the rock as tightly as I can, maybe rearrange some of the things. This one that didn't have any roots at this side, but maybe I can rearrange that this year. So it's gonna be a question of getting everything loose and separated. And maybe trim some roots. That's almost loose here. So obviously this one did well. It is not secure here. It's just holding because of the raffia. So if I can now put one of these roots here, it will secure the tree. So that's what I need to do. And therefore I'm going to use some raffia, which I have here. And because this will be an underground portion, it will be natural raffia, because it will rot, but it will keep the roots where I want them to be. So just fixing this whole thing. Like so. It's not helping. And then getting it a little bit down, that it clings to the rock. tie it. Like this. See? Very easy. Remove the remaining raffia. Now I will wash the roots of this tree, have a look at what I need to keep, and then do a little root prune. And I have to do that for every tree. I cleaned up the pot a little and I added some fresh substrate. No organic in the bottom layer here. Well, I did not clean it completely because I like the moss and all the things growing there. So this one came from here. It's already tight around its rock, but it doesn't have a whole lot of roots, so I'm not going to do anything about this one. It was somewhere here. This was the first one that I did. It has some very long roots, so I probably should do a little root trim, like so. And that one was somewhere here. There's some curly roots. Yeah, it's not great, but okay, somewhere here. And I have 3 more to do now, so let me do that. So the trees are now more or less in the pots where they were, and then we have 2 new ones, also nicely tied with raffia, and this one, which is also kind of cool. So I think that I'm gonna put the small ones in the back, of course, because, well, that's mostly the most interesting spot to put small trees. And then maybe try to do something about how they are pointing in a specific direction. What is this? All right. So the main tree still is this one, I think. So I'm going to keep that one here. Something like that. It will be better when it's fixed with some substrate. I might even try to put this rock onto this rock, which might give it a very interesting shape, because then the rocks from the pot and the rock from the tree will be one entity, which is rather interesting, I think. This one is a little smaller and it needs a little room because, well, it has a nice side branch here. So I think I'll put this one somewhere here, not in the same line, maybe a little in the back. This one is now one of the bigger trees, so you can put that one quite close to this one. So this is a rough idea. They will, of course, be repositioned when this one is a nice tree, but it only has really new growth here, and I need something in the back, so I don't know. Oh, well, there's a bud here, so I have something in the back. This is rather something that I would put here, and then this one came from here, so it's gonna stay here, I think. And then the 2 little new ones, gonna put one right here. So maybe move this a little closer and this a little closer, or like so, I don't know. Yeah, that's not bad. And then this little one somewhere here, but it's gonna be hidden. So maybe I'll do that like so and like so. All right, let me have a look from a distance behind the camera. Well, I think that's not bad. So maybe I'll reposition a few things a little bit while I'm adding the soil, but I think overall it's kinda okay. So I'm going to plan this. Maybe a few angle changes on this one and on this one. But these are little details. I like the fact that there's no three trees on the same level, so that's already a nice thing. Not three in the same line, so that's also something that is nice. This one maybe a little bit more in the front and this one in the back. That leaves a little open spot here, which is always nice. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So this is the finished result. I'm rather happy. At this moment, I must say the soil is mounted up way too high because, well, I want the first month or two to cover all the roots as good as I can so that they can grab into the substrate, and then gradually you can, with a little brush, remove a little bit of the soil. I now have 7 trees in this composition, which is, well, quite interesting, I think. As you see, I'm always redoing some little things. I mounted up the trees in the back a little higher because I have these higher stones here in the pot, which makes it possible. This tree, I might wire it a little bit in this direction, but these are all little small adjustments that I need to make in the future. But at this moment, I'm rather happy with how this looks, and I hope you feel the same. So thank you for watching and see you next time.